Welcome to class. Recall that in the last class we ended as we highlighted the issues in extension administration. For a recap, we want to again list those issues relating to extension administration to include planning, organizing, staffing, directing, coordinating, reporting, budgeting, motivating, and supervising. In the last class, we had to take the details as regards to planning. So today we're going to continue with organizing. In discussing organizing, we are looking at the process of establishing formal relationship among people and resources in order to reach specific goals and objectives. Organizing is the setting out of formal structure of authority and flow of work in such a way that the work in the various subdivisions, sections, and branches is carefully arranged, carefully defined, and effectively coordinated in order to accomplish the objective of the extension organization. The organizing process involves 5 steps. One, determining the task to be accomplished. Determining the task to be accomplished. Two, subdividing major tasks into individual activities. Three, assigning specific activities to individuals. Four, providing necessary resources. And five, designing the relationships that is needed. In any organization, extension administration must choose an appropriate structure that is to be used. The organizing stage provides direction for achieving the planned result. The process of organization is based on 5 principles. These principles will include, please take note, unity of command, span of control, delegation of authority, homogeneous assignment, and flexibility. Recall that we defined these terms earlier on when we defined basic concepts in extension administration in your AEE 541. So we'll look at staffing. Staffing involves the selecting or recruiting competent people for the organization and improving the competence of those already on the job. A key aspect of an extension administrator is to find the right people for the right jobs. Much of one's success as an administrator is related to appropriate human resource planning. The staffing function consists of several elements. One will relate to human resource planning, where we ask ourselves how many staff do we need, with what backgrounds, and at what cost can we consider them to be part of the organization. Staff will also relate to recruitment. In recruitment, we are making effort to find persons with the appropriate mix of education, experience, human relations skill, communication skill, and motivation. Most times when you go for interview, job interviews, it's important that you know that it's not just the education that is of importance. They also consider your experience, your human relations skills, and your communication skills, and your motivation. An important component of the recruitment process is writing the job description and job satisfaction. During your mid semester or so, we asked you the difference between job description and job satisfaction. The nature of the job, the scope, the authority, and the responsibility form the core of the job description. Take note of those things we just mentioned. Then, job specification indicates the minimum, the lowest acceptable human qualities to perform a specific job. There are 2 methods of staff recruitment in extension recruitment, and those 2 methods will include internal recruitment and external recruitments. I'm sure this also came up in your 541. Staff selection is the next point we're looking at under staffing, and it involves evaluating candidates through application forms, curriculum vitae, and interviews, and then choosing the best candidates for a specific job and responsibility. We move to the next issue, that's the issue of directing. Directing. That's the next issue. Directing is the clarifying, guiding, teaching, and encouraging employees in an organization to perform effectively with zeal and confidence. Now, delegating is the first essential step in the directing process. Delegating is entrusting others to make decisions for which you will be held responsible. When you delegate responsibilities, you're entrusting others to make decisions for which you will be held responsible. The process of directing an extension organization is more related to leading. Leadership in this context means the process whereby a work environment is created in which people can do their best. Let's discuss coordinating. As a process, coordinating involves the efforts of a group being synchronized so that a desirable goal is attained. Coordinating is the linkage of different parts of an organization to accomplish a collective set of tasks. When you are a good coordinator, you see that you find it very easy to link various parts of the organization and then to accomplish your task. Now, reporting. Reporting involves keeping those to whom the administrator is responsible informed of what is going on, while at the same time the administrator or chief executive keeps himself or herself informed through having his own records. The reporting function is more than preparing an annual report or quoting statistics and then informing your staff of current developments. It's almost will involve every details of evaluation function since it compares how the organization is doing in line with what the organization is set out to do. Reporting reviews the objectives and determines to what extent the organization is meeting up with the objective. One element of reporting is the annual report. Such a report gives you the opportunity to summarize projects and activities and to provide statistics. Such a report can be used as a public information document by having to distribute them to development agencies in the community and even at the national level. So the other forms of reports, monthly reports, bi-weekly reports, biennial reports, and the rest of them. Budgeting. Another issue in extension administration is budgeting. Budgeting is the process of optimal allocation of available resources to competing needs to achieve set objectives. It is the written statement of annual plans expressed in financial terms. The main purpose of a budget is to ensure that management makes efficient use of available resources. On motivating, I'm sure we've done a lot on motivating in your 300 level, but briefly, it's good that you know that motivating is a process of initiating a conscious and purposeful action. It is the arousal of tendency to act in order to achieve results. It is a socially learned pattern involving needs, desires, mechanisms, and end results. Then the last but not the least on the issues that we are discussing when it comes to extension administration issues will be supervising. And then supervising entails assisting a subordinate staff to do a job more effectively and efficiently. So it's good that you understand that the supervisor is there to assist in making sure that the job is done more effectively and efficiently. Now, supervising is concerned with the growth and development of extension personnel as individuals and as professional leaders. A supervisor then is anyone responsible for the effective performance of a group of workers junior to his position. So that's where we end the discussion on the issues of extension administration. Next time, we'll look at conditions necessary for successful administration and extension. We'll look at those conditions, and then it will be good that you also take a practical step to see if you're able to meet up with them. Then we may also consider problems in administering agricultural extension in Nigeria. Thank you for your time.